Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Schaefer Center here on a great Saturday afternoon. There's a big matchup going to happen. I'm here, John Cookman, with you, providing play-by-play commentary with my expert color analysis, Coach Hank Moore. Hank, how you doing today?
Doing great. What a great day for basketball.
Really is, and today's matchup is a team from McPherson, Kansas. Is that right?
That's right.
That's a long way away. You made that trip a little.
That's a long way away. That's a lot of wheat fields.
Yeah, it sure is. From McPherson, Kansas, Central Christian College bringing it down. And they played just down the road in Fort Worth on Thursday night and almost got a win. And, well, they're here in the Schaefer Center trying to get a win against your SAGU Lady Lions. And the Lady Lions had a historical victory. First win against Langston University in this gym happened on Thursday night. And I feel like they think they're on a roll, and they look like it. It looks like the chemistry is really starting to blend, and they played well.
They played real well against Langston University, but coming off of that, they were coming off of a great win the game before that against Texas Wesleyan University.
Exactly, on that
they beat
this Tuesday.
Two of the top teams in the Sooner Athletic Conference back to back.
And that is great. You know, Tiffany Phillips, Coach Tiffany Phillips, is so excited to get on a roll. She really has believed in this team, has talked so positively. The locker room's going well, the court play, the off of the court friendships. And so it seems like SAGU, the Lady Lions, are ready to do something special. Well, speaking of Coach Phillips, our very own Kristen Urban is down courtside with her right now. Kristen, what does Coach Phillips have to say?
Thanks, John. Coach Phillips, you're coming off back-to-back wins this week. How do you plan on carrying that momentum into today's game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's been a long 2 weeks for us, really, since we came back from the break. But the girls have good energy. We're really fresh right now. We feel good about the win streak we have going on. We want to obviously continue that. The locker room is good. Their energy is good. Their spirits are good. We just got to go out there and play hard and execute what we want to do and make sure that we stay within our game plan.
What is your plan to defeat Central Christian today?
We have to make sure that we're disciplined on defense. I think that's a big one. Obviously, we have to be aggressive on offense. I think we've been sharing the ball really well. I think we can obviously improve on that a little bit more today. We want to be able to work on those things and attacking the rim and getting kickouts and getting post entries and just getting everybody involved offensively.
Thanks, Coach Phillips, and good luck today. Back to you, John.
Thank you, Kristen, and well put, Coach Phillips. Now, there just seems to be an energy level, too, just even in the tone of her voice and that excitement. She is ready to get this season on and show what this team's got. You got to speak with her earlier today, and maybe just go over a couple of keys that you felt like they needed to perform today to win.
I think one of the things that she pointed out in her interview was talking about defensive pressure and playing good, hard defense and trying to create some of their own fast break opportunities, but then also when they don't have fast break, set up and run good offense and pound the ball inside and maybe get some kickouts, just moving the ball around and sharing the ball with a lot of people, and then remaining calm against the pressure that's coming. The other team has some great defenders, and so she needs to keep her kids calm against that pressure defense.
Well, that would be one of my keys to the getting the win for Central Christian, is that they need to come out and apply pressure. They are number 6 in the nation in steals per game. They create a lot of defensive pressure and force you to turn over the ball, which drives their steal numbers per game up. So, and Coach Phillips did talk about that. You've got to sit down and play disciplined basketball because you know what you're going to get. So mentally get over that before you get there and play disciplined. If the Lady Lions will play disciplined basketball, be patient, like we saw them exercise against Langston. It was beautiful, beautiful basketball, and they will most likely walk away with a fairly easy win today.
should be a good opportunity for them to pick up another conference win.
And now at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the pregame festivities are starting up. The opening prayer, the national anthem, and the starting lineups are happening right now. We will be back in just a few minutes.
Thank you for this time here, Lord. I ask that you watch over all the players and officials, protect them from all injury and all harm. Be with us throughout this entire game into the second game as well. Ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now the starting lineups for the visiting Lady Tigers. And guard, sophomore number 1, Tina Logan. And guard, senior number 2, Piper Popoff. And guard, freshman number 5, Michael Conley. At forward, sophomore number 10, Cassie Forsberg. And at guard, sophomore number 32, Holly Golden. Head coach for Lady Tigers is Mark Golden. On the starting line, Lady Lions. At guard, sophomore number 1, Kara Quinn. At guard, junior number 20, Lexi Rich. At guard, sophomore number 23, Sydney Metter. At forward, senior number 32, Dottie Diggles. And at forward, junior number 34, Jenna Price. Head coach for the Lady Lions is Tiffany Phillips. Assistant coaches Emmanuel Adoy and graduate assistant coaches Eric Wood.
And there you have it. That is your starting lineups for both clubs. Or you're used to calling your squads clubs, I guess. Yeah. The basketball teams are now assembling their starting fives at center court for the tip-off. A couple players to watch out for as you watch through this for Central Christian is Kaltoff. She is their leading scorer, coming in 16 points a game. That's going to be a low game, a game down on the box. And Forsberg will also be a force to reckon with down there. She's very big and gets a lot of rebounds. That's a good long distance shot by Miss Lowe. Jenna Price on the baseline. No, I'm sorry, Sydney Metter. Garrett Glenn with a long shot. Does not go in. Forsberg, nice shot. Beautiful, easy touch. Down on the baseline, got that off of a rebound. Great effort.
Start out in man-to-man full court pressure, John. They're really trying to create defense and get some steals.
And that's exactly what will happen. You'll get a lot of steals with pressure defense. And that's looks like they're going to ring up Miss Kautoff with her first foul on Sydney Metter. Metter makes her first of 2.
On the line, Sydney Metter.
And gets her second one to go. 5-2. Central Christian.
Offensive rebounding, give you a second chance. That's a ball we need to secure off of the rim. See, and it leads to a three-point play.
Offensive rebounding is so key and a lot of times not talked about as a main component of what you do, but the more you get offensive rebounds, obviously you're going to get more chances to shoot. Coach, I've heard coaches refer to that as possessions. So the more possessions you have, the better opportunity you're going to have to win. Oh, great defense, Lexi Rich. Rich says it went off of the shooter. Referee didn't see it the same way. Central Christian keeps the ball inbound on the baseline. Kautoff. Step backs, loses the ball, good pass. Down to Forsberg. Missed the first one easily, but gets her own rebound. Makes the putback.
Second chances. Now you have an 8-point lead. 5 of those have come off of offensive rebounds. Rebounding's key in this match. They've got to keep them off the boards.
Jenna Price up top. Trying to find an open man. Finds Sydney Metter. Metter puts it up long. A little bit of a scramble, and it is SAGU basketball. Inbound on the baseline. Lexi Rich will inbound the ball. Garrett Glenn immediately goes to the middle. Nice layup. Release looked good. Just a little long off the back of the iron. Central Christian coming out being very patient. Going down low to Forsberg. And that's going to be a little too much contact. I believe that's going to be on McDonald. Nope.
Nope, that's on
That's
low.
actually low.
First foul.
Rich from 3, even further. Good offensive rebound by Metter. Back to Glenn in the corner. Diggles. This is her thing. Nope. Loses the ball. Goes off of Central Christian.
Going to be a neat matchup to watch when you watch Diddles and Kautoff going after each other one-on-one. Diggles is a good matchup right there.
Good shot, Jenna Price. Oh, the pass was just a little long over Forsberg's head, and she had the lane open. Price making a move, big move. Oh, just in and out. Great fast break effort by the Lady Lions. That steal was created by Kiara Glenn. Price ends up with it. Will get credited for the steal. Metter, a little bit out of placement, like you would call it out of system, Coach Moore, to use some volleyball vernacular.
She caught that ball and she knew what to do with it. She squared up and took a great shot and put it down.
Sydney Metter is a really talented athlete and a good shooter. She can score. For Kaltoff, short. Glenn pushing it. Rich runs the lane like a pro. Easy layup. Great recognition by Kiara Glenn to hold on to the ball until Lexi Rich got there. Rich never quit on it, and it was a big payoff. Just a 2-point lead now. A lot of contact. Rich was not still. Just going to get that, but no damage yet. She stopped the easy layup. And Rich is not known to get into foul trouble, so no panic here with an early foul. And Golden's going to shoot the free throw. She makes the first. She takes her time. You see that, Coach?
Yes, sir. She takes her time, and you can see that as she's doing that, she's slowing down her breathing, slowing everything down. It's got a routine, nice touch.
Beautiful.
Both free throws.
That's Golden with 2 healthy-looking free throws. Very, very good. Good to see the discipline to exercise patience on the line, not get in a hurry. Resulted in 2 points. That's going SAGU. Going to keep the ball, and that's McDonald, team's leading thief. She gets a lot of steals. She got rung up with her first foul. Metter, oh, what a beautiful move in the air, moving the ball around. The hands that were slapping at her avoided the foul, got it easy too. Dottie Diggles, jump ball. Dottie Diggles pulled it down first, and McDonald gets on it quick.
When a big player brings that ball down below their waist, they're asking for those little guards to slap it away from them.
Diggles did a great job holding on to it, though, and creating the jump ball. Possession arrow was in favor of SAGU. SAGU keeps the ball. Rich to Metter. They're going to keep feeding Metter. Metter uses the baseline. Bad pass. McDonald on her way.
A little bit out of control, but they got a block on the foul.
Kiara Glenn's going to get the foul on that one. She was moving just a little bit. McDonald, good first free throw. Extends the lead by 3. Forsberg checks back in.
She got about a minute and 30-second rest. Now she's back in the game.
McDonald really makes the second one look easy. That was a beautiful press break. Oh, Dottie Diggles, wide open down low, clapping for it, wanting it. Great pass. Oh, Kiara Glenn with the steal up the middle, goes in, gets the foul, and one!
And just like that, you have a tied ball game with a chance to go ahead.
And the basket is going to count.
It's a great, strong move to the hole.
Very strong. Coach Phillips says to Central Christian, you're not the only one that can run a press. I've got the athletes to run this press successfully, and they did.
Jenna Price on the top of that press. Boy, she's a long player.
Really is. Creates a big obstacle to get over initially. And now they're in a man-to-man defense. Met her on low. McDonald, fairly uncontested three. She misses it, goes out of bounds. That's SAGU possession. That's off on Forsberg. Forsberg out in the perimeter, wreaking a little havoc, playing really, really tough defense.
You watch her, she'll come from the baseline on the other end of the floor. She hustles, she works hard, gets to the other end, and creates havoc.
Oh, Lexi Rich, wide open. Rare miss from three. Jenna Price hits it out. That'll be Central Christian ball.
It's good patient offense by the Lady Lions.
Yeah, and that was a great look.
Shot.
Lexi Rich will not miss too many of those, I predict. Forsberg gets hit. Does a backflip to get back on her feet and down, and creates a steal. Just like you said, all over the place. I believe she thought she got fouled on that. There was some contact. And ends up, she did a backflip. Immediately got up and sprinted all the way down and got the steal. Lexi Rich. Good anticipation there. Lexi asking the referee to call the tip out of bounds. She felt like Kalthoff hit it before it actually went out of bounds. The Stripes felt differently about that. Wait a minute. A little conversation between the refs at center court. I'm not a very good lip reader. I don't think they are exchanging financial advice with one another.
I think what they're talking about, yep, they're going to ask them to reset that shot clock. I don't agree with that, because I don't think Lexi ever had real control of the ball. She slapped it away, so it's a defensive play. There should be 19 seconds on that shot clock, not 30. But we'll take a steal instead.
If we get a stoppage, I'll tell you why they did that. Lexi Rich from 23 feet. Smooth like butter.
Got us another steal.
Oh, beautiful steal. Jenna Price and gets the and one.
Darryl came in immediately, makes a contribution by getting a nice steal and getting up the floor and making a great pass.
There will not be too many NAIA collegiate athletes quicker than Darrow and Glenn.
I concur with that.
And you see Coach Phillips using them interchangeably, so she does not get any less output in the speed category by replacing Glenn with Darrow. Little token pressure there. It's going to be dribbled through by Golden. Big shot by Lowe. Huge. That was pretty, Coach Moore, from the top.
Caught it and shot it in perfect rhythm, just like that.
Sydney Metter just says, no, I can do that as well.
Last night in the fourth quarter, Sydney came in and hit 6 points and just really at a key time. And here she is already with 9 in the first quarter.
Darrow with another steal in the right place at the right time. Price pulls up with a 15-footer off the back. And that's going to stay SAGU ball with a little extra officiating help from Sydney Metter. I think she was right. Kenzie Martin, another three-point threat. Hands it off. Maybe slightly out of range for Rich.
Great block by Jenna Price. And now we got a foul. You miss a shot, create a foul.
Yep. See that so much in the young collegiate players. You're just a little frustrated and you want to get that ball back from your mistake. And you end up fouling.
And that's McDonald's second foul in the first quarter. See if Coach Alexander's bench is long enough to get her off the floor.
Well, McDonald is a key impact player for the Tigers.
He does. He gets her off.
You almost have to at least get her out of this quarter. Can't afford another cheap one. Yanello comes in for McDonald.
And the pressure defense from the SAGU Lions creates another turnover. Almost reversing what you would think Central Christian wanted to do to us. And Coach Phillips has her girls pressing the ball, doing a great job.
They look good. I love the look of that press. It's 1-2-2. Jenna Price being really long, hard to get over. And Kenzie Martin, arguably the best three-point shooter on this campus. No gender specific included there. She is a fantastic shooter. Lexi Rich with a big rebound. Just keeping this furious pace. Led Jenna Price just a little bit.
It's a great look. She just couldn't quite thread the needle.
There you have it. That's the end of the first quarter. Your Lady Lions 29, Central Christian Tigers 17. That's a 12-point lead. Coach Moore, Lady Lions just put up almost 30 points in one quarter. 30 points. Do the math. 30 points in one quarter. What would that yield out in a game?
Oh, we come right out. We may be hitting 100. Put it together, that's 90. They're barking on the door. They were down 10-2 and came back and just really took over control of this game.
And here's another coach we're going to let in on some of our action here. Coach Delton Dill, head coach for the SAGU men's basketball program. Coach, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me. This is fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Lady Lions just posting a 30-point quarter. What would you say to your boys if they posted a 30-point quarter?
I think they started the game the way they wanted to, and it was pretty obvious that they said, okay, let's don't play around anymore, and let's get after it. They started pressing them right up and down the floor, and like they're doing their thing now.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, and it's good to see the Lady Lions having and really stepping up their game here in the season. They're doing really, really well.
Yeah, they're much better this year than I've seen in the past. It's it's really been a progression, though. Even last year when I was watching them, they had a young team, and they got a lot of the same girls back, and added Jenna Price and a couple of the other players that they brought in have really just solidified them. And Lexi Rich plays at a really high level, and I think she makes everybody around her better, especially lately. She's been doing a good job of seeing the floor, and
absolutely,
with the way they shoot the ball, they're doing really well and playing much better defense this year, which Coach Phillips is doing a great job, and
yeah,
that's what I'm seeing. So
yeah, absolutely,
leading to a better year. So
and Lady Lions basketball is really up and coming right now, and I think that there's a sense they may they may finish in one of the top 4 spots
Sure,
at the end of this year.
So
Absolutely.
That's what I'm looking at. I think that they're definitely talented enough and playing at a level to be able to do that for sure. And then just use this as an even, as just another stepping stone to where they'll go here moving forward too.
Jenna Price, Sydney Meadow, a little long on that. Still running the fast break offense. Coach, you're coming off of a huge win. Number 4 in the nation, beat them by 26. How does that feel?
It feels pretty good. We've had, it never doesn't feel good to have a good win, especially at home against a good team and to execute the game plan the way we wanted. We did things, they did what I asked, and, going throughout this whole year, it's been, we've been trying to figure out who we are, and I think we're getting better and we're getting closer to where we want to be. So just try to build on that momentum.
How do you think today you're coming in maybe what on paper would look like I'd hate to make a negative implication like this. I probably going to sound worse than it is, but a lesser talented team. Obviously, they're 2-5, not as many wins as Langston. But how do you come in off of a big win and maintain that kind of momentum?
Yeah, the biggest part is just staying true to who we are and make sure we're approaching every day the same. Central Christian is a very good team. They are not. I know that over the last couple of years they've had some really close losses, and if you look at their record this year and what they did last year, I think last year they lost 8 games. Like a total of like 14 points or something like that. It was crazy. And then and this year too, they've had one game where I don't think they played their best, but for most of the games, it's come down to last couple possession games and things like that. And they've had a little bit of a struggle closing out games, but last year they got us at the end of the season in a similar situation, and and we're just kind of looking at what can we do and how can we build on what we did and not get satisfied with having one good win, which is a good thing. But in this league, you gotta be good every game. So got to protect your home court.
Absolutely. Yeah. And is there any sense in your locker room that there's a little bit of revenge at stake here, or?
Well, they definitely know. They definitely remember. So it's definitely been talked about for sure. It's not. We had an opportunity to have a chance to share the conference title last year in that last game. So. It's definitely in the back of a lot of our returners' minds, and we really just want to be our best every game. So
absolutely, yeah. Well, it looks good. Things are going on the up for you, Coach, and not only on the court, but we see some good things happening off the court with some of these young men. You got a couple leaders that are making good, strong impact on the campus here at SAGU. And that's always good to see, because usually the numbers that will follow you and get in the stands as a result of the character of the men that are on the floor. And
we say character plus competency will equal consistency.
Yep.
And also we throw in with Bryce also.
Absolutely.
That's first and foremost of it all. So we call them the 4 C's. But that's what we try to build on, and I'm trying to teach these guys that if they take care of those things and what you do away from when eyes are watching, or when you're out on campus or in the midst of everybody and in your schoolwork and all those things, you take care of those areas, then it's pretty amazing what God will do for you on the court as well.
Absolutely. And speaking of taking care of business, McDonald's doing a little work herself, trying to get her team back in this. 2 steals in a row, 4 points. Don't look now. The Tigers are making a run at the Lions. Easy miss by Lexi Rich. Golden. And I'm going to make an assumption, and this is not a good, safe assumption, but I think Coach Mark Golden might be number 32, Golden's father? Possibly.
Actually, he is.
I think I heard that from
the father, number 32.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, one of them.
Yeah, and you could tell that was a sweet stroke right from the top there. She's working hard. Only a 5-point lead. They've whittled this down from a 12-point lead to a 5-point lead.
Seems like Central Christian's girls are playing a little harder this year than they have in the last couple of years. They haven't been too strong for a few years here, but they're getting after it now, and looks like they're pressing. And every now and then, I'd say one of the things with our women is we've had a tendency to turn it over at times, and When they don't turn it over, we beat everybody. So when it happens, yeah.
They're number 9 in the nation in steals. So that
In the pudding.
right, that pressure defense, and I like what Coach Phillips has done here to attack. She knew she was going to get this full court pressure, and they've been breaking it rather easily. See, great work the middle, the outsides come open. Jenna Price with the extra pass. No need for that. You got to finish it, Jenna.
Yeah, I'm a pretty firm believer that if somebody presses you, it's good to be attacking at them. Most people try to survive the press, and that's really presses a lot of time are designed to
keep you back,
to survive it and get you in when you're trying to make a safe pass and you're attacking them from an angle. So, we like to try to get downhill and get after you if you're going to press us and say you can keep us from getting layups, then you can keep doing it. But we're going to try to get baskets and stop. Hopefully, you're doing things right.
Absolutely, and they're doing it great with they're using their size. And quick note, right there, that just what you were talking about, exactly what you were talking about, trying to get you mentally back on your heels. And it looked like the pressure was a little bit token there. They released and started running back.
They took away the middle and they tried to reverse it.
Oh, my goodness. McDonald with a crazy layup from her knees. Goes in. This is a 3-point ball game. That's going to be out on Kara Glenn. Referees say no. Let's see the replay. Looked like she kicked it. She did.
We never say a call like that is a bad call here in this game.
Never. Dottie Diggles misses the rebound. The Tigers keep it going with their fast break. Lexi Rich, that's Sydney Metter hits it out. Good defense just to stop an easy layup that was going to happen.
I don't think Central Christian is very deep with their lineup, so maybe both teams pressing in this fast-paced thing will favor us as the game goes along, as this thing gets further into it. It's high scoring right now, 33-30 already.
Yeah, not a deep bench at all when you look over there and see that. Here we go. Lady Lions break the press. Setting up in a half-court offense. They were doing this so well against the Langston Lions this past Thursday. The patience just absolutely paid off. They extended the court. Lexi Rich, they were all hot. Great pass! Down in the paint, Jenna Price cut from left to right, wide open, easy layup. Good recognition. That's what you get from good, patient half-court offense. If everybody will do their job and do some work, good things happen.
Yep, they've been doing a good. Lexi, one of the growths in her games this year has been she's seeing the floor much better and she's getting a lot of attention on her because she's such a dynamic scorer. But the way she's passing the ball has just made them so much better, especially over the last couple weeks. Seen a real growth from her.
Yeah, and definitely their defense is better.
Oh, much better.
The defensive scheming that Coach Phillips has designed is the girls get it this year. You can tell they really get it, and they're running a defense. Good help. Lexi Rich.
I'll tell you from experience, Emmanuel Adoyi down there will help with that. So he's got a great eye for it, and he whispers little things in your ear. And Coach Phillips had a good system in place already, but I know he made me better. So
absolutely,
he helped me a lot, and I think that you can see a little bit of his influence, a little bit on the defense. And Coach Phillips has just done a really good job of getting these girls to play hard. And she's had most of these girls for a few years now, so they're starting to buy into what it is she's telling them.
Absolutely.
Well.
Yeah, you could see that. You could just see the confidence when they run an offense, when they're in their defense, and that confidence changes everything on the wins and losses columns. And that's what's happening. They're winning more than ever at this time of the season, and they're like their angle for achievement is really, really rising, high angle. And Coach Wood. Works with the players outside of practice. I've noticed that.
Some of ours too, so
he does. He's a fantastic drills coach, and you can see it beginning to really pay off on the floor in the
They're
game.
definitely on the rise, and they're just going to keep getting better as the season goes. I promise you, they're definitely doing good things, and this isn't like a surprise. This has been a thing that's been coming.
Yep.
Seeing it coming, and nice to see them starting to, really get their stride.
Dottie Dickles clearing the way. Just threw it out there, though. Missed the layup. She gets another one. She's padding the stats. Glenn, a little late with the pass. It's going to be a jump ball. Good defense.
Has to be rewarding, Coach, when you look over there and you see one of the former players who worked hard, finished his bachelor's degree,
Just finished his
coach
master's
last year, and just finishes a master's degree. And these young people, it's amazing. And you said he made an impact that made you better, and it's just so neat to see them doing the things that we've hoped for them when they come in as freshmen.
I'm very big on relationships and things like that, and it's been, Emmanuel was here before I was, and we have a really close relationship now, and I take pride in the guys that want to coach with themselves as they grow older. It's a big thing that I've always wanted to do with the guys, and I have a lot of former players that coach actually now, and I have a heart for those guys, so I love seeing them.
You have one as your A1 sitting right beside you,
right.
Isn't that right?
It's true, yes.
Coach Leonard Epps, and one of the brightest spots on this campus day in and day out. I love that guy.
Awesome, man.
His smile is infectious. His demeanor is just absolutely builds confidence to be around. Love that guy. Where he came here from where?
He was at Yellowstone Christian College in Montana. He worked there for a few years, and he had played for me in Nebraska. He's originally from Kentucky. So made his way somehow into the Midwest of Nebraska where I was, and got married, has a couple kids now. And
yeah, beautiful kids.
Moved down here to Texas. I got him in this heat. He wasn't really ready for it for a while, but he's so wonderful with our players and his relationship building too. And we're cut from the same cloth in that thing. And I think our relationship has, that's one reason that I like having him is I know that he's going to value the things I value because I was able to go through it with him and saw his growth as a man.
That's a great move to the basket by Kiara Glenn. What a strong attack.
She's so quick. I said earlier before you got here that Coach Phillips may have the two quickest feet in NAI women's basketball, and Kiara Glenn and Dara.
They're very, very quick. So Kiara's played very, very well lately too, and can't say enough about Jenna Price's defense either. She is phenomenal on the defensive end, taking charges, altering shots.
Just a presence.
Really changed for what they are as a team.
It does. It makes the offensive player second guess themselves as soon as they see her posting up there as a defender. You got to say, well, I probably should pass this ball.
The funny thing is, to shout out Coach Boston here, we had just talked the other night, and we were talking about how you don't realize how much you miss rim protection until you don't have it.
That's
and once
right.
you get it, you see how it changes everything that you are. So she's just been awesome for them. It's fun to watch her. She has a really high motor, which
she does.
I like.
And and she doesn't miss the close shots. She just doesn't miss them. Very, very high percentage within 5 feet. And that's not the case in women's basketball. Not to belittle women's basketball. It's just kind of the rim's a little bit higher per se. So it's a tough shot every time. And to get someone because it takes a lot of touch, a lot of finesse to be able to put a ball up at close range. And to have a high percentage, it looks easier than it actually is. Being players, we would know that. I miss my share of money, so I'm not ashamed. And I want to make the case. They're in. I believe that timeout was called by Central Christian. That's a full timeout. 60 seconds. So new rules. Are you familiar with the new women's rules this year?
Most of them, but
did they take out the 1-and-1?
Yes, they do 4 quarters now, and they go to 5 team fouls in each quarter.
And
it's
2 shots?
Always double bonus. So
at 5?
Yes, 2 shots at 5. And the reason is because, in women's basketball, there tends to be some games where there's quite a few fouls called in a lot.
Yeah.
And I think they were getting – I actually wouldn't be surprised if this happened. But there were people getting into double bonus with they had probably 7 minutes left, 15 minutes left in the game, and
Oh, wow.
double bonus,
Yeah.
and the game's going forever. So now they just said, let's get the double and then start it over, and keeps the games going a little quicker. Try to get them through the game faster. And, I think it's a good rule. It's a smart rule.
Yep.
I don't mind it. I think I like the 1-and-1. I think it's a unique part of our game.
It really is. Yeah.
Stressful situation, and one you can capitalize on. So I wouldn't want to see it gone completely, but I understand why they do it.
Right. Well, and they're just making some significant differences between the men's and women's collegiate game, at least. And that is one of the new rules, no 1-and-1s. So at 5 fouls, no matter where it happens on the floor, you're going to shoot 2 shots. And speaking of 2 shots, Jenna Price just hit her first of 2. Wow, what a great looking release there. The rotation. She's been in the gym working on that. That
was nice. She
Yeah.
got great spin on the basketball.
McDonald leading the charge. One of the top steals getter for not only her team, but she leads the conference in steals and is number 6 in the nation on her own.
That's a lot of steals in the game. 3, 6, quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't believe she's missed a free throw either. That's her 12th point. Basically trying to put this team on her back and will them to a win, keeping it within attacking distance here in the third quarter. Kaltoff has not had a very good shooting night, which she is their scorer, bringing in about 16 points a game. Kaltoff gets her hand on the ball, deflects it out, remains SAGU's possession. But we know that Kaltoff can shoot from long range, so that could be dangerous. Got to keep the defense tightened up on her at all times. You don't want her hitting her 16 points in the fourth quarter. Lexi Rich goes up, gets blocked. McDonald misses the pass. Lexi Rich didn't get back. Goes up easy for a layup and gets fouled. I believe that's going to
Patterson.
be Patterson.
15,
No,
Patterson.
Is it? Yep, you're right. Thought it was Rawls.
Every once in a while.
Lexi Rich from the line, talk about a beautiful shot. A lot of spin.
She has a very unique game.
Yeah.
Fun to watch. She gets going. There's not a lot of better shows in high basketball. She gets rolling. She can score 15 points on you
In a heartbeat.
in
Yeah.
35 seconds or
It's
something.
true.
Do something pretty crazy. So
It is true. And her teammates know it. They're not bashful about getting her the ball when she's hot. But the other side of that is you got a couple bench players that come in. Kenzie Martin, who can do the same thing.
Kenzie is one of the best shooters I've ever seen in women's basketball.
It's
Just
true.
Catch and shoot. I mean, she just doesn't miss very often. So
She really
with her
doesn't.
size too, it's so unique and quick release. Got to guard her everywhere.
And where they really were trying to get Kenzie last year to do a little more of the paint work. Great deflection there by Kaltoff. She can shoot that a little long.
Lexi battling on that board, kept that ball alive. Playing on both ends.
Yep.
I think that's one of the biggest changes for her. Is she was an okay defender, but now I think she's a good defender.
That's what she's willing now. She's a willing defender now.
Yeah.
I would say she's
Yep, yep.
actually putting
I think you're
a
right.
little more effort in instead of. But that's growth of players, and we deal with that too when you're young. You're just trying to get your feet wet as a freshman, and then last year she kind of stepped up as a scorer, and then this year,
She's the leader.
making herself a complete player and
Yep.
becoming better and better. As long as your kid's getting better every year, and growth happening in their game, then you know that you're doing some things right. So
Oh, yeah.
pretty cool thing to see with her.
And I was back to Kenzie Martin. They were trying to give her a little more of the paint duty last year, where she is very tall. You would think that would be a natural part of her game, but she's just a pure shooter.
Yeah,
and I think now she's getting back to her game, perimeter only. And the reason that is because Coach Phillips has a couple of nice big men that have come in, and Dottie Diggles is back, and Jenna Price really frees up some of that duty. But Sydney Metter, can't say enough, most improved player by far. She was bringing it on even late last year, but she is a force to be reckoned with and plays good defense, although she just got scored on. But she can play in the paint as well as have a significant perimeter game.
I'm a big fan of Sydney. She plays very hard. Does a lot of really good things for this team. Little plays, steals and hustle plays and things like that. She's just everywhere. So she's a winner. I say she's a winner. That's what her best attribute, and something that she can really do well for this team.
She's a great free throw shooter.
She is. Yeah. She can do it. Yeah, she does a little bit of everything. She can shoot the three. She gets great little one dribble pull up. She goes like a freight train to the rim and draws fouls. All the little things she wants to, and will defend at a very high level. So
right
she is,
right there. See, she picked up the steal. She was hearing you, Coach. She was listening at you. And then she gets a great play at the other end. Goes up strong, makes the layup, and draws a foul.
A great way to end the half, too. It was awesome late clock possession. Got a steal and a breakaway, and one get a chance to stretch the lead a little bit right before going into halftime.
And they really needed that, because this quarter has not gone quite as well as the first quarter. Remember, it's 29 points in the first quarter. And 17. I mean, 17 is nothing to sneeze at. But coming off of a great quarter, I think you would hope that you could have something similar to that. But almost 50 points in a half. That's you're looking at that triple digits in a game. Well, that's unique for women's basketball.
I got a feeling that they're gonna keep this going and not slow down. I think the style of pace that Central's playing, that's going to play into our hands, and we're going to keep this thing rolling. I think the girls will do a good job of trying to stretch out this lead as the game goes on.
Yeah, and but I'm gonna read your mind. See if I get it. One of those reasons is the depth on the other side just isn't there to be able to keep the frenetic pace.
Yes.
And you as a coach, I guess you hope that you didn't spend all your gas just trying to keep it close in the first.
Yeah, and if you can, if we can keep our poise and share the ball, not turn it over.
Yep.
I think eventually a few, 4 or 5 possessions in a row where you just break the press down.
Yep.
You can start to
really take away.
Maybe not play quite as hard and do a few little things and discourage them.
Yep.
When you're looking at how we finished that half, basketball in comparison to football, if you can push at the end of the first half and gain some momentum, those first 2 minutes of the second half, and you can continue that. A lot of games, are they won and lost in the last 2 minutes of the half, won in the first 2 minutes?
We actually put it in 5-minute segments. So we talk about the first 5 and last 5, but the last 2 or 3 are really important as well.
Excellent analysis from our two coaches, our resident coaches. Right now, Kristen Irvin's down court side with Coach Eric Wood, assistant coach for the Lady Lions.
Thanks, Sean. Coach Wood, Central Christian put up a fight this first half, playing very strong defense and offense. What's it going to take to ultimately come out with a win today?
I think staying composed, slowing the game down a little bit. I think we're getting kind of rushed, shooting the first available shot instead of looking for our shot. Staying more composed.
What will you be telling your girls in the locker room?
Just slow it down. We're not in any kind of rush. Like I said, look for our shot, the best available shot, not the first one.
Thanks, Coach Wood, and good luck. Back to you, John.
Thanks, Kristen. Thanks, Coach. And I think he must have had an earpiece right to what you were saying because he was talking about the discipline and not rushing into it every first shot and really breaking down the defense. And I think that is the key. When you notice a weakness like depth, you want to make whatever players that are going to play as tired as they can be. And if you can beat that out of them just by maintaining possession of the ball, usually you're going to win the long-term battle.
We had a similar game like that the other night. So Langston pressed and plays really high pace and frenetically like that. And if you can withstand that and not play into their hands by shooting the first time you catch the ball, just shooting it. And even if what could seem like a good shot for you may not be a good shot for the moment. And when a team can understand that and then, take advantage of it in a little bit easier, better way, then, you usually end up breaking the will of some of the teams that like to play at this type of pace. So that's how you beat them. And if you can't do it, then, they can get away from you in a hurry. So you got to really be disciplined.
Yeah, well, that was a great first half of basketball. Your Lady Lions go into the locker room with a 9-point lead. It's 47-38. Lady Lions are hosting the Central Christian Lady Tigers. And we will be back after these messages with some more statistical information from the first half. And we are back in the Schaefer Center with second half action of the first of a doubleheader today. The Lady Lions of SAGU playing the Central Christian College Lady Tigers. Your Lady Lions are up 9 points, 47-38. There you see the first half stats. One of the big differences is 29-21. The Tigers are keeping themselves in this game with more rebounds, significantly more rebounds.
So second chance points scored off of offensive rebounds.
And you saw the Lady Tigers do what they do best, create a lot of steals. Lexi Rich coming out very hot. Very, very hot. Don't get her going because the lights will go out in the city.
Ooh, I'm glad that you are good at this right here, that you don't have to depend on singing to make a living.
Way to burst my bubble there, Coach.
In that first half, the Tigers shot 75% from the free throw line, but the Lions 95% from the free throw line.
Yeah, that tremendous shooting. I think that was only one shot missed. And there you have it. Speaking of free throws, Lowe hitting the first of her two off of Dottie Diggle's foul. That's only Dottie Diggle's first foul of the game. She's done very well protecting the rim.
Being disciplined by Dottie.
Yep. Press is broken. And that was a steal, an easy steal by Lowe. And what you saw there, Lexi Rich just got a little complacent, didn't come out all the way to the top and give Kiara Glenn a good passing angle. And Kiara just forced it in there. And you got to finish. You got to run all the way out till your lane is fully open. You see Coach Phillips coaching her team up. Say, come on, let's do this and let's do it right. Because she knows that her team could put a good 20-point deficit easily on this Central Christian team. And that she doesn't want to play down to the level. That's every coach's worst nightmare, playing down to the level of your competition. You got to win the games you're supposed to win, but not only just win them like you're supposed to win them. And the paper is not going to lie to you on this. The Lady Lions are a good bit better on paper offensively. And Coach Phillips knows that. Goes to the middle, Darrow, the speedy Darrow. Metter, short, to the right.
One of the points we had at the start of the game, John, was that Kaltoff was one of their top scorers, and that free throw was her first point of the ball game.
I know. She has just not had a good shooting night at all. And need to keep up the defensive pressure on her to keep her out of that column. If they could keep her quiet, then they've done what Bill Belichick would call a good job.
Golden sat there and just knocked that 3 down. She was very comfortable shooting that ball.
And it looked good. Looked like her daddy had coached her to shoot.
And Lexi responds with her own. That's a great sight by the point guard to find that girl standing on the wing with no one near her.
Deficit back up to 8 for the Tigers. Kautoff just in and out. She can't find it at all. McDonald really scrappy for the rebound. She got it. Now she collects the foul. She's going to go to the line. You see this little bit of an errant play. Watch, goes up. And not a whole lot of contact there, but enough to get the whistle.
And the free throw shooting woes continue.
She doesn't miss many. She's shot quite a few today already.
And had a great stroke.
Lefty, short again. Darrow.
Forsberg on that reach in.
And immediately, Coach Golden is going to get her out of the game a little too early in the third quarter to have 3 fouls. Don't blame him because he's going to need her down the stretch, and he knows it.
Brings in Yanela, and she's a little smaller. And looky there, we got a shot inside by our post player because their post player size just left the game.
Dottie Diggles with great hands and anticipation of the defense behind her. Nice 15-footer by Golden. Resetting the offense here. Good look. Patience. Beautiful thing. And Lexi Rich again with her 3rd three-pointer of the half. Or I should say the 3rd quarter.
Game's broken down into 4 quarters, but 4 quarters is 2 halves.
But 2 quarters is
2
one
quarters
half.
is 1 half, and 4 quarters
is 2 halves. Are you a math professor here?
No, sir. Thank the Lord. I like numbers, but not like that. Here we go. And Dottie's posting up. She's just so big in there. Gathers herself. It's not a bad shot by Dottie, though.
She had a little. She could have been a little more patient on that and collected herself, kind of falling back on it. She is very consistent from that range, so that's a good shot for her. Getting her long arms in there, knocking it out.
It's a great matchup when you look at Jenna Price guarding Golden.
Yep.
Those are 2 high-energy kids, buddy. Look at her.
Fell short for Golden. Easy layup attempt. Darrow knocks one in. She had a few the other night in the big win against Langston.
She's got a high motor.
She really does.
She's
Great
so
defense.
Quick. Putting a lot of pressure on the ball right now.
Golden steps back, a little off the mark from the 3-point line.
And they're off to the races.
Oh, beautiful feed. That's going to be a foul on low. Jenna Price goes up to shoot and didn't get the first one, but she'll get 2 free throws here. She is the leading scorer for the Lady Lions at this point in the game. Jenna Price with her second free throw. And it was good. I'm sorry, it's Sydney Metter with 17. Price has got 13. Darrow gets it up ahead. Price. Easy teardrop from the side. It's a very tough shot. She made it look easy. Now Price with 15. That's a beautiful looking shot by Lowe. Lowe gets her own rebound, but that's an off the ball foul. And I believe they're going to call that on Kautoff. Nope, McDonald. That's 4 fouls on Miss McDonald. That's a tough one because McDonald is one of the high impact players for this Lady Tigers team. Having her on the bench is not going to help things. She leads the nation in steals, or one of the nation's leaders. She's number 6 in the nation, I should say. Lexi Rich off the mark, gets her own rebound. That is beautiful. Metter gets that rebound, puts it back up, gets fouled, no good. She's going to shoot 2.
Lexi following her shot there, John, creates an opportunity for a second shot. Now we get a third chance, and now we're shooting free throws. That's great hustle. Great hustle.
Incredible hustle, because most shooters find it hard to get in that position to follow their shot, because in your mind, real shooters like Lexi Rich, it goes in so often, you just, hey, it's going in. But real shooters also know when they're off, so I think she sensed it and charged in, got a rebound. That was impressive. Lowe brings the ball up, cross half court. Darrow on Lowe. Rich on Kautoff. Lowe trying to do work, double teamed in the corner. Kautoff off of her shoe. She saves it from going out of bounds, but goes to Darrow. Darrow leads the charge. Darrow with a sweet jumper from the foul line, 15 feet. Add 2 to the scoreboard.
Darrow's speed created that turnover, and then she came down the floor, running a fast break, but in control. Now Jenna's going the other way.
Watch out for a dunk. Oh, great defense. Kautoff didn't let the easy one go through. Didn't even get the foul. Even more impressive here. All ball.
Great hustle.
That was great hustle. Darrow trying to get out of a little trouble. Touch foul.
And Kautoff. I think when a scorer like her is struggling a little bit, she has a tendency, everybody has a tendency to start trying to do other things, and there she is overdoing, reaching, getting a cheap foul.
Darrow taking her time at the free throw line. Wants to knock these down. Oh, just a little hard, rims out. Lexi Rich comes in. Just a little encouragement. You got this. You got this. Get 21. There it is. 21-point lead by the Lady Lions. Golden off the mark. Kautoff gets it, turns around, shoots. Off the mark again. Maybe one of Kautoff's worst games ever as far as the scoring goes. She's been a presence defensively on the court and doing good work in that area, but her team really needs her to score. Kenzie Martin 2 for 2 from the three-point line.
Kenzie Martin.
Lady Lions just ticking on all cylinders right now. Call toss. Trying to do work inside the paint now. Metter from 3. Boom! You knew it as soon as she just squared up.
Get a timeout by Central Christian.
Metter.
27-point lead, just like that. Those hitting the 3-pointers, John, when they come down the stretch and one girl hits it 2, now all of a sudden you've got 3 3-pointers in a row, and now you got a huge lead.
I mean, the SAGU Lady Lions offense is just deadly when it's on. When it's on, they can post a lot of numbers and very quickly. I mean, I think that's 5 threes in this quarter. 5 threes.
Right.
Because
I know it's 3 in a row.
Well, we had 3 already by Lexi Rich. That one, Kenzie Martin, I take that back. Darrow had one. That's 6 threes in just this quarter. And that's none of the paint playing. So if you're Coach Phillips, you just got to be on cloud 9. Your team is performing like you know they can. It's got to be fun to coach.
Darrell's come in and played this whole quarter.
And done
and has
lights
done
out
so
job.
much stuff for us.
Referee says a little too much contact on the way to the basket. It's going to be a shooting foul. Two good-looking free throws there.
Yeah, Nello came in and has done a good job guarding people bigger than her and knocked those 2 free throws down.
Darrow just turns on the afterburners and hits the running layup. That is nice. I believe I saw a little bit of smoke. She burnt the tires on the floor. She kicked it up one more gear. Oh, that's a pretty shot by Golden. Golden trying to take this game over while McDonald's on the bench.
It's 15 points. I don't know if she's missed very many shots, though. That young lady is playing extremely hard and doing a great job. Got Kiara Glenn about to come back into the game.
It's asking a lot of this team. This Central Christian team is very talented. They have fielded some really good players. They play hard-nosed defense, always just scrappy, but the lack of depth, just not that many players to go to. And what do? You know, you just kind of run out of gas at some point, and that kind of seems like. And there is the first 3-pointer from Kaltoff.
That's her first basket from the field.
Yep.
Her other point came from the free throw line. That's her first shot of the game that she's made with 1 minute and 7 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah. And that is so tough. But maybe she could get hot. And if she can, and she can somehow get her average number back up, that will help her team ease back into this game somehow. Lady Lions, though, playing lights out defense and even more lights out offense. Rich misses the second. Gotta be careful. Now Kiara Glenn on low. And it's
timeout.
Timeout. 30 seconds. No, he called a long. So that's going to be a long timeout. Here, final 40 seconds
Full timeout.
of the third quarter.
I think you're right, John, on depth. When SAGU can play Darrow as many minutes as she did in that quarter, and then you replace her with Kiara Glenn.
I mean, good grief.
There's no drop off. The speed's still there. The pressure defense is still there. The threat to score is still there. And
they're
they
taking,
don't have an answer for that.
Yeah, they're taking turns on Lowe, the point guard, who's doing all the hard work, bringing the ball up. And just think about that. You know, these girls are running, and Darrow and Glenn are running on well over a half tank of fuel because of the conservation and the wisdom of Coach Phillips, the way she's playing them. And Lowe has got to be just running on fumes, still got a quarter to play. So that also affects you mentally, and very, very, very tough. But good to see the Lady Lions doing what they're supposed to be doing in this situation. And we talked about it at halftime, that the depth would probably get the better of the Lady Tigers. Now, they got plenty of talent out there, and, you know, other than maybe just a fairly subpar game from Kaltoff, which she's been trying her best and doing a great job on defense, just hasn't been falling for her. I don't know what else you can do. You know, Coach Golden's doing everything he can do to make a good game out of this.
They called a jump ball on that and gave it back to Central Christian.
Jenna Price deflects it out of bounds. Remains Tigers ball. 38 seconds.
The last 38 seconds, they got Duro and Glenn both on the floor. Here's the athleticism of Glenn. Look at her run.
Oh my goodness. This is coast to coast. She didn't get an opportunity to throw it up, but that was going to be Magic Johnson-esque.
Maybe she was going to try to throw an alley-oop to Price.
I don't think so.
You said that Price was going to dunk it, so maybe that's what she was looking at, huh?
I don't know. She looked like she had a nose for the basket.
She had her head down, didn't she?
Yes, sir. I mean, that is just really neat to see, the combination between Glenn and Darrow. They're both on the floor right now. Flash and flash.
Central Christian foul for Eden Phillips. Her second
I was
foul.
thinking earlier when Duro went out, Lowe may have relaxed and went, oh, she's finally off the floor. But, oh, here comes Glenn. Now they're both in there together. A lot of speed.
There's a lot of speed, a lot of defensive intensity in those two as well. So Coach Phillips not taking her foot off of the gas pedal. She's got a serious upgrade. She's been driving the subcompact cars, and she has finally got into the luxury mobiles now with this team. Maybe even the high-end sports models. Look at this. Just everything's a fast break at this point. They're going to get a shot at it in a fast break mode.
That fast break's initiated because of the defense
Defenses.
that Kiara plays.
Yeah, and I mean,
She creates that turnover, and now we're running.
and I don't know if you got to see in your picture there, but Darrow and Kiara Glenn meeting of the minds at half court. Probably talking about the next jump trap that's going to happen for their next steal. And that is the end of the third quarter. Lady Lions have a successful third quarter with 34 points, ladies and gentlemen. 34. We thought 30 was amazing in the first quarter. Had a little letdown, just a slight little letdown in, well, actually it was only 29 in the first quarter. And just a slight letdown in the second quarter with 21 points. And
well,
then
they had about 4 minutes of a letdown in that second quarter, but in the second quarter, the last part of it, they did a great job, and they still pushed the ball. They got back into scoring points.
And there you see a look in at some of the other Sooner Athletic Conference action going on. John Brown ladies handling Mid-American Christian 84-70 in the fourth quarter. It's about to come to an end, and Wayland Baptist having a huge game against Southwestern Christian University up in Oklahoma. Southwestern Christian taking a beat down in their home gym. Wayland finding it hard to miss with 107 points. Wow. Well, maybe we'll see something like that here in the Schaefer Center with one more quarter to play. Lady Lions are sitting on 84 points.
Central Christian coming out in a 2-3 zone, trying to switch a couple things up.
Well, trying to eliminate some easy three-point shots. You hope to be able to play a little better perimeter defense out of your zone, but teams that know how to play offense against the zones, there's a lot of holes that happen, and right there you saw one of them. And Coach Phillips has a deadly amount of three-point shooters in this game right now.
Start Martin at the free throw line, and she just stepped out for that three-point. See what Horsberg can do as well. These are two good post players.
Yep. Martin. To Jenna Price, loses. Jenna loses it. They're going to get Forsberg on that. Actually, I think they're going to get Kaltoff. That's her fourth foul.
On the line, Jenna
Give it
Price.
to the guard reaching in.
Kaltoff making a little shoe adjustment in half court. Price, excellent free throw shooter.
Down 30, I think you're going to leave your best player in the game with 4 fouls and try to do something to get back in the ball game and take
Absolutely.
her out.
Yep. Well, and they're in foul trouble. Forsberg, McDonald, and now Kaltoff, all with 4 fouls. Kaltoff trying to get a little bit of break, hits the cutting Golden. Golden was there. McDonald collects the rebound off the Golden miss, puts it in and gets an and one. Great positioning. Price hits her on the wrist. Now McDonald back in the game after sitting almost all of the third quarter. McDonald converts.
Staying with that pressure.
Gary Glenn gets the running start. Another and one for Jenna Price. She converts the bucket this time and is only going to have one free throw to shoot.
SAGU breaks that pressure and turns a full court press into a 3-on-2 fast break and finishes.
One of the best free throw shooters in the land right here, Jenna Price converts. Now she has 20 on the night. Low controls. McDonald going to make something happen. Great layup. This Lady Tigers team not quitting. Going to keep applying pressure. Jenna Price.
Great work on the boards.
And there we
Now
go.
we get a foul off of it. Jenna doing a great job of hustling and working on that board, not giving up, using that long body she has and reaches over and gets a great rebound.
Situation foul on the foul, Michael McDonald, her 5th foul.
Giving Forsberg a little bit of a break here. Yanello back in. And Lexi Rich catches, turns, and shoots off the mark. Kaltoff with the rebound. Yanello to Golden. Golden's open. She misses off the front edge. Long rebound for Kiara Glenn. She puts on the afterburners. And that's going to be off. Lady Tigers remains Lions basketball.
Anderson checks in for Patterson.
I believe she is the last one off the bench to get some clock here. Oh, Jenna Price makes it look so easy. Fundamentally strong. Great pivot. Converts with ease.
Here's the speed.
This is yet another turnover, forced turnover by the Lady Lions. Darrow gets it. Oh, that's a travel. Jenna Price says, should I shoot this? I don't normally shoot threes. Maybe I should go to the basket. And in the meantime, took an extra step. Now we're starting to see some more depth from the Lady Lions bench. That's Aaliyah Parks. That's going to be SAGU ball. Determined that the ball hit the shot clock. So that is out of bounds. Kiara Glenn is just so fast. Gets past Golden. Kaltoff still doing defensive work. I mean, she's been doing that all night. Just a great asset on both sides of the court. Tonight's just not been her shooting night, but she's been giving it everything she has on the defensive side. That's McDaniel from the corner. Patterson tries to convert.
Great
does
defense
not.
by Parks right there. Slid over with help defense and held her ground.
2 missed layups by the Lady Lions. Kiara Glenn.
Kaltoff misses the three, follows her shots, and gets a layup out of that. That's great hustle by that girl. I mean, she has worked this whole game, had a struggle offensively, but is still doing work. Kenzie Martin knocked down another three. John, we got 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Gonna hit that century mark.
With ease.
Yeah.
Atunawa grabs the rebound. Kiara Glenn pushes. Sees a lot of people open. Good pass by McDaniel to Kenzie Martin down in the paint.
Kenzie Martin gets her 16th point.
Great assist by McDaniel. Atunawa with another rebound. Park. That looked awkward, ref, but I'm going to tell you it was not a travel. She actually kind of awkwardly jumped and caught the pass. See, she's off the floor and then goes into it. No travel. But, you know, it looked like it's a, what do you do? Just blow the whistle.
Blow the whistle. Call a travel.
When you're 34 points up, I don't think there's going to be much argument there. Golden with a strong rebound.
And an offensive foul.
I am not sure I call that in this situation at all. That's good hard work. Good hard work with Golden. Yeah, just really not enough there. Not enough. Let him play, ref.
Got another three flying. There it is.
Oh my goodness. The radar is on and working for Kenzie Martin.
It's her 19th point. SAGU has 5 girls in double digits in scoring. And here comes Parks leading the fast break.
Oh, great pass, Kiera Glenn.
Yeah.
Getting McDaniel on the scoreboard. Great pass. Still playing good fundamental basketball. A lot of times, Coach, you get to this place in the game, you start going to the end of your bench, things get real sloppy. That just goes to show you how well Coach Phillips is coaching her teams in practice. Just good fundamental basketball being played here in the late stages, even in this blowout.
That's Kaltoff's 5th foul. That's the 2nd player for Central Christian to foul out.
Well, and there
2 of their top players.
Well, actually 3. We have McDonald, Kaltoff, and Forsberg on the bench.
He's going to take the full 30 seconds.
And he should.
Now we're ready.
Because we don't want to see anyone pass out. These Lady Tigers have been running nonstop. He's had them in press mode. I'd say, 80% of the game at least. How much can one take? Very impressive.
Even
Very
when we
impressive.
would get defensive rebounds, our rebounder would bring it down, and they had 2 people trying to trap her. They pushed the whole game pressing.
Good look there in the middle. Tough shot. Parks with a rebound.
He called her for a double dribble. That's what he called. It's going to be a foul on McDaniel.
It's her first.
It's Anderson at the free throw line shooting 2.
It looks like we're going to have Glenn, McDaniel, Atunoa, Martin, and Parks take it home. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left in this game. .40 lead. 39. Good free throw by Miss Anderson. Atunoa.
Great move.
With a lot of contact down in the paint, showing why she should be respected. Very powerful move here. Drops it in ever so delicately. Rebound, Tigers. Yanello. Billups. Back to Yanello. Yanello sees it. They call the travel.
She took an extra step.
And I say, come on. Come on, ref. Let him play. I'd like to see a score update on Tunowa with a 14-footer, just making it look easy.
She has a great offensive game.
She does. She really does. She's been hurt for a little while now. She's getting back into the flow of things. But I'd like to see that Wayland, that final on the Wayland see
if we outscored them, John.
Yeah.
It was 107 the last time I saw.
There's a reach. Not going to let you reach. That's going to be, wow, still only 4 fouls. So that's not meriting the bonus shot. Launches one from 3 was Anderson. Glenn, McDaniel. When it's on, it's just on. I mean,
that's a catch and shoot with lots of confidence.
On the line, got the rebound and bounced it on the line. Parks took up a lot of space there. She couldn't get situated. Let's see if this goes on the line like the ref says.
And she steps
Yep,
on the line.
he saw it.
Very good call. Well, Kenzie Martin's called it a day. They've taken her out with 2 minutes to play.
Oh. That's a travel. That's Rachel Ray. NAIA softball phenom. One of the best pitchers
pitcher for the,
to
for
ever
the Lady Lions.
Pitch in NAIA women's softball. Wow! Somebody patched the roof. It's raining threes.
Danello from the parking lot.
Parks. Oh, I don't know about that. I think she gets the ball down before the pivot foot comes up. It was a good move. Now it's established, and he's right. It does. It comes up before it was very close.
Danello again. She hits 2 in a row.
I told you to patch that roof, Coach.
That brought down rain. That was up in the rafters.
Both of them were. Oh, Tunowa protecting that hand.
Got a foul.
And that is going to be a registered foul. The offender, she just tripped. It's really not a foul. Number 30, Littleton.
Tunowa hit both of those. Now she has 6 points for the game. Hit every shot she's taken.
But she's missed a free throw. She missed a free throw.
That's right. She had a chance for a three-point play.
That was going to be nice. Looked like the old school Iceman, George Gerving. You remember that?
Finger. Oh, yeah. San Antonio. Yeah, I remember George Gervin.
Iceman.
I think we had that poster of him sitting on a block of ice somewhere.
I'm not old enough to actually remember it. I remember my brothers talking about it.
You probably saw it on the news on those ESPN repeats.
There was no ESPN when George Gervin played. Oh, McDaniel. Just can't buy it down low. That typifies the night that Central Christian has had. They have played so good, and really It's kind of crazy to think there's 115 points posted on that scoreboard by the Lady Lions. And to follow the statement up, well, the Tigers have played great defense. I don't even know what word to say because they have actually played hard, great defense. It's just been the three-point line, the shooting percentage has been lights out for the Lady Lions.
This was a 9-point game at halftime.
Yeah, and
they just came out in the second half and everything.
Well, they even
shot
dropped
went
it.
in.
No, there was a couple times early third quarter they dropped it down to 4 to 5 points.
Yeah.
And then every three-point shot just started falling.
It'll be interesting to see the stats at the end of this, at what percentage they shot from the three-point line, but it's going to be high.
Oh, I not knowing, I would assume so. Oh, good shot there.
Great shot.
By Billups. Great looking stroke.
Yeah, they're going to call travel here. I think that's a right call.
Yep, absolutely.
Chambers just got a little out of control. 15 seconds left. And he even gets her another steal. That's going to be your game, John, right
And
there.
it goes
they hit
in.
a three-pointer at the quarter.
And are they going to credit her? They did. They credited her.
199 points scored in an NAIA women's basketball game.
That is incredible, Coach. That is just a phenomenal. I mean, 84. I think every coach will take 84 points in a game and feel they have a great shot to come out on the winning end. But when you just come against a shooting juggernaut in a night where you're just not missing threes, and I'm trying to get the three-point percentage, 50%. 50% from the three-point line. Wow. 13 for 26. And Central Christian didn't shoot that badly from, 29 is a little subpar, but not much subpar
above 30,
from the three.
33%.
And there you got it. There's the game stats.
Line.
52% as on a whole for shooting, 50% from the three. That just makes you cringe as an opponent's coach to see a team shoot that well. That resulted into 115 points. Well, as you see there, ladies and gentlemen, the men's basketball matchup, numero 2 in this doubleheader, SAGU versus Central Christian College from McPherson, Kansas. The men are about to have a showdown. And I'm being told Kristen Irvin's down court side right now with our SAGU Sports Network player of the game, Jenna Price. Kristen, what does Jenna got to say?
Thanks, John. Jenna, this is your third win in a row. What do you attribute to this success?
Well, definitely my teammates. We definitely shared the ball a lot, so it was a fun, easy win. Just I give credit to my teammates. So,
what is your plan to keep this streak going?
Well, I think this is a really big confidence booster for us. So I think this just gives us like the momentum going into our games coming up, just to help us keep going that push. So,
thanks, Jenna, and congratulations. Back to you, John.
Thanks, Kristen. What a game. Jenna Price, a lot of points. She wasn't the only one. That was a hard one to pick. Lexi Rich, Kenzie Martin, all right there around 20 points. But Sydney Metter leading. Trying to see if they have updated the end of game stats. And they have not yet. But I know there were a lot of 20-point getters. And there you see the women's basketball standings in the Sooner Athletic Conference. This is updated. Wayland gets the win with a lot of points themselves against Southwestern Christian University. And John Brown, 7-2. Oklahoma City, 6-1. SAGU moves into at least 5th place by themselves at 5-4, and they are on a roll. 3-game winning streak continues here in the Schaefer Center. We're going to see what the men can do, see if they can keep their streak alive, doing great things as well. We will be back shortly after a few messages, and we will continue with part 2 of this doubleheader.